Hello, happy and smart developers. Welcome to the coding board. This is series of UI technologies and this is part 5 of input control element. Today we are going to learn few more attributes of input control element. So let's begin the session. Our today's first attribute of input control element is read only. What is the meaning of read only? Whenever we specify read only, it means it indicates the input is not editable. Read only is boolean attribute. Boolean means either yes or no, correct? So whenever we specify read only attribute in any input control element, that read only attribute indicates that the input is not editable. What is the meaning of input is not editable? Let me explain. Read only controls are still stand on form submission but will not receive focus. So it simply saying that we cannot edit that particular input control element. The value which developer has specified, that predefined value will not be editable by end user. Understood? So end user will not be able to modify predefined value of that particular input control element. Now we need to understand where we use such type of input control elements where user cannot edit input control elements value. Suppose there is one scholarship form and that scholarship form is for particular college. Let's say name of the college is City College. Okay, so City College admin has created or has designed one form which is having following controls. What are those? First name, last name, roll number, year and name of the college name and submit button, correct? So this is the design of form. So first name will differ, first name will be different, last name will be different from user to user, role name will be unique, year may change, first year, second year, third year, correct? So it here we can specify drop down list, and college name will be same as it is, it can't be changed because this scholarship form is related to City College only. So value of college name will be City College, correct? So let's understand this example practically for better understanding. So this is our editor, code editor. Here we will design our HTML form, opening and closing HTML, then we have head section, closing head section, then we have body, okay, body, and in head section we have title. What is the title? City College scholarship form, City College scholarship form, okay. And in body, what we have in body, we have one form opening, with action. Here we are not performing any action as of now. Action part will learn in JavaScript. Okay, closing form. Then in form we have input type is equals to text. Okay, but before that we need to have some label for f name means first name, then closing label and name of the descriptor of label, first name, then name of the input text f name, or we can take first name. Similarly, we will have label and input type text for last name. So here we have last name, name, here we have last name, and we need some space. For that I am taking new line. Then we have new line, here we can take label, closing label for what? Gender, for gender. So here gender can be male and female and other. So for male, female, and other. Okay, so these are the labels we have, but we should have radio buttons. For that, input type is equals to radio, name is equals to male, then we have radio button, sorry, here not ratio, it's radio, here it is radio, and name is female. Similarly, we have input type radio for other. Okay, so after that, after having radio button, we have input, we have label for equal to roll number, roll number slash label. Roll number can be alphanumeric value. For that reason I will take input type is equals to text. Okay, input type is equals to text. Okay, name of the input type is equal to text is roll number. Okay, now this is also done. Here we should have new line, and here we should have new line. Okay, then we have new line here, new line here. Then we have college name. For that I will have label for equal to college name, college name, end of the label. Okay, and then we have new line, and then we have input type is equals to submit, input type is equals to submit, value is also submit. Okay, so this is our form is ready. Let's save the code and check the output. Scholarship, sorry, city college scholarship form dot html. Okay, so let's execute the code in Chrome browser. So this is our form. Let me increase the size of the text. So this is the form. Here I can write my name Mohsin, last name is Bangi, and then I can select male. Here is some mistake I have done. Name should be same, so I can take GN. Name of the radio button group should be same. Okay, so that user can select only one option, male, female, other. Okay, we have not refreshed it, that is the reason. Now I have refreshed. Let's enter again Mohsin Bangi, then male or female or other. So user can select any one option. I have selected male. Roll number can be alphanumeric value, so F Y 2022. This is some XYZ roll number. We have not taken text for college. For that reason, I am sorry. I am going to take one text box using input type is equals to text. Okay. Now save the code and refresh. We got one. See here. We got one text box here. Okay. So what I will do, observe carefully. I will fill the form. Okay, name of the student is Mohsin, last name of the student is Bangi, gender is male, roll number is FY 2022, and college name is City College. But here we can submit our form. Fine, form is submitted. See, observe here carefully. From here to here. Okay, this is query string, correct? From question mark to end of the line, this is query string, and query string is collection of pairs of key and value. So first name is equals to Mohsin, this is one pair. Then we have last name is equals to Bangi, this is one pair. And then we have gender is selected, one gender whose value is male, which is on. Now roll number is FY 2022, correct? But we are not getting college name. Let's check the code. College name we are not getting. For that reason we should have name is equals to cname. I have given name to input box of college name. Let's check now. Refresh. After refreshing, it is not saved yet. Okay, it is refreshed. Now it is okay. Let's submit blank. College name is coming now. Okay, good, wonderful. Name is Mohsin, and then last name is Bangi, and then gender is male. Roll number is FY2022. Okay, college name is City College. Okay, and let's submit the code. So from question mark, from see here, from this question mark till the end, this is query string. Query string is collection of pairs. Pairs is nothing but key and value. So first name Mohsin, this is one pair. Then last name Bangi, this is one pair. Then we have gender is on. Then we have, sorry, here roll number is FY2022. Then we have college name is City College. But the thing is, college name of all the student will be same. Why? The reason is this form is related to City College scholarship. Correct. So name of the college will be unique. For that reason, what I can do, I can make changes in coding. Here I will predefine name of the college. What is that? Name of the college will be value is equals to City College. Correct. And let me save the code. Now refresh. So value of college is City College. See here, observe. Let me increase the size of the text for better understanding. See here, automatically name of the college is City College. I am refreshing the page. See here, 1 2 3 refresh, 1 2 3 refresh. Then also here I am getting college name is same, that is predefined by developer, City College. But the problem here is I can change its value. User can come here, can enter his cursor in this input field and can write Universal College, some dummy name I am taking. Okay, correct. Then this can create some problem because this form is related to City College only, and student can type some other college name also. To avoid this problem, what I will do, I will write here read only, where here at line number 29, at line number 29, observe here at line number 29. Okay, what I will do, I will write read only. Okay, and save the code. Go to browser and refresh the page. 1 2 3 refresh. So what I am getting, I am getting City College. Now what I will do, as a user, I will try to change this name. I will try to change value of this input field. Which input field? Whose label is college name. Is it possible? Let's check. See, it is not allowing to enter my cursor, mouse pointer. It is not allowing to enter my mouse pointer inside input text field of college name. So this is the magic of read only attribute of input control element. Understood? So let's do one thing. Let's refresh the page. 1 2 3 refresh and submit the form with some value. Let's take Vicky. Last name is Lucky. I am taking dummy name. Okay. Roll number FY 2023. City College. Here Vicky cannot change the value. He can only submit. Submit. See here, form is submitted. See here, form is submitted because first name is Vicky, last name is Lucky, and gender is on, roll number is FY23, city name is predefined City College. Form is submitted. Understood? So this is the magic of read only attribute of input control element. Now let's move forward. Let's move forward. Required. What is the meaning of required? That I will tell you. But before that, what I will do, I will fill this form incomplete. See here. What I will write, I will put first name Mohsin. I will not enter last name. Select male, and I will not fill roll number. What are the fields are filled? That I will show with black mark. See, this is the field I have filled with value, but these fields last name and roll number are not having any value. Will it submit? Let's check. I need to click on submit button. This time first name is Mohsin, correct? So let's submit. 1 2 3 submit. So see, still it is submitting. Observe carefully here where you need to observe. See, I will do it once again. I will do it once again. This time what I will do, I will not enter first name. I will write my last name Mohsin Bangi, and I will write my roll number. So what are the fields I have filled? I have filled last name, I have filled my roll number, and this is predefined value. What fields are incomplete? First name is incomplete, gender is incomplete, correct? And now what I will do, I will click on submit button and let's check the output. I have clicked on submit. See, observe, my form is submitted. My form is submitted. See here, observe carefully. From here to here it is query string. First name don't have any value, last name have value Bangi, roll number having value FY 2022, and college name is City College. Okay, but here we know very well gender is not available. Gender key value is not available. Okay. So it means what? Even though if I will fill this form incomplete, then also this form can be submitted. But think practically, is it practical? Incomplete form submission, incomplete form submission is correct or not. It is absolutely incorrect. So to overcome this problem, we have one attribute. What is that attribute? Required attribute. Okay, what is the meaning of required attribute? That we will understand here. Observe carefully. So HTML5 indicates a value must be present or the element must be checked in order form in order for the form to be submitted. Let me read it once again. HTML5 indicates a value must be present. Value for what? Text field or email field. The value should be there. If it is radio button or it is a list, then it should be checked. Correct. In order for the form to be submitted. So for form submission, there should be value. Now to implement this thing, what we can do, we can write required attribute inside input control element. See, look here, what I will do here. First name required, okay, last name required, then radio button required, sorry, not here, here, required, and here required. Okay, then in roll number I have mentioned required, then in city college I have mentioned, sorry, it is already predefined, so required is not needed. Now let's save the code and refresh the page. So our changes are implemented now. Now let me do one thing. Let me fill this form incomplete and let's check whether it will accept or not. I will write my last name and I will write my gender, that's it, and I will click on submit. 1 2 3, click. See, form is not submitting. What it is telling? Enter first name. As soon as I clicked on submit button, my cursor went into the field where value is not entered. Let me show it once again. I will refresh the page. Now what I will do, I will enter first name Mohsin, then I will enter my gender and I will not enter roll number, and I will click on submit button. 1 2 3, submit. What is happening? My cursor is pointing to the input control element where I have not mentioned any value. So it is very much clear that with the help of required attribute, I will make sure that each and every end user will enter value in each and every field which is required. Understood? So this is the magic of required attribute of input control element. Now let's move on. Now we will understand autofocus. What is autofocus? See, first observe here, refresh. Is there any cursor? Is there any cursor in any field? First name, last name, gender, roll number, college name. Is there any cursor? No, there is no cursor. Correct. Now what I will do, I will first explain meaning of autofocus attribute. The input control element should get the focus when page loads. Autofocus means the input control element. Forget about this extra element word. The input control element should get the focus when page loads. When page loads. When page loads. Understood? So suppose as soon as this form is loaded, as soon as this form is loaded, I want focus on first name text field. Then what I will do, I will write, as a developer, I will write autofocus attribute in first name text field. See here at line number 8, what I am doing, I am mentioning autofocus and save the code. Now see, I am going to refresh the page. Just observe here where, see, just observe here. What will happen? Okay, I am going to refresh the page. 1, 2, 3. Refresh. See, cursor is blinking. Cursor is blinking. So as soon as page is loaded, my cursor is pointing to first name input field. It is indicating that enter your name here. Understood? But suppose I want focus on roll number. As soon as page is loaded, I want focus, or we can say cursor, on roll number field. Where I want my focus? I want focus here. See, I want my focus here. So for that, what I will have to do, I will have to make changes in coding part. I will remove autofocus from line number 8 and I will mention autofocus in line number 25. See here at line number 25, autofocus, and save the code. Now let's see, observe here. Is there any cursor? No, there is no cursor. So as soon as I refresh the page, where will be my cursor? That you need to focus. Okay, refresh. See, as soon as I refresh, focus is came at input field of roll number. Here we have cursor. See, it is blinking. See here. See, let me refresh once again. 1, 2, 3. Refresh. Observe. So this is the magic of autofocus. So that's it in this session. From next session we will be learning validation part. Okay, thank you for watching this session. Thank you for all your support. Let's meet in another session. Thank you.